Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Archive Magazine podcast, the Archive Tapes. Yeah, we're just going to talk about the modern day events and a fun request that we got on our Instagram later on. So, firstly, we are going to discuss about modern day events. For example, one of the big events that occurred recently was the Trump and Elon breakup, which is quite confusing, but we're going to discuss it today. And after we discuss the modern day events, we're going to get to the fan requests. Let's get started. I'm gonna just get started right on the topic. First one we got for today, WWDC. Are you excited for it?
Yeah,
Man, me too, man. I can't wait for it. Rumor
yeah.
is that they're introducing iOS 19 tomorrow, but I also saw a few leaks about it on a couple of platforms that they're going to rename it. They're going to rename it instead
Into
of
the like iOS 26, like the year basically. If it's 2026, it will be iOS 26, right?
Yeah, they're planning to do that for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I guess they're trying to keep it numerals in the year more, as well as trying to make it easier for people to follow the version. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like in all honesty, I don't feel if really can. It's like it's not gonna be that much of a change when you think about it.
Yeah,
Like it's gonna be useless.
yeah. The name is probably useless, as well as the update itself. From what I've seen in the leaks, is just a redesign. There's barely any new features that are genuinely important, unlike the things that they already promised with the Apple AI and whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think when you release softwares like that once a year, you really should care about the customers more and give them what they want. All we want is Siri and ChatGPT to be together flawlessly.
and Gemini like could be like another Chat GPT source.
Yeah, I swear, Gemini is, I'm not an Android user, but I'll give it to them. Gemini is genuinely a good assistant. They're genuinely ahead of Apple at the moment.
Yeah, and especially if you're like washing the dishes and you can't really use your hand, you can just say, "Hey Gemini," and it will turn on for you.
I wish Siri did that, but Siri's, I mean, it does do that. It does respond to your voice, but it's useless, man. I asked it to I remember the other day I asked it to check the weather in New York because my friend lives
Oh
there,
yeah,
and then I said, yeah, now Abu Dhabi recommended some stuff in Abu Dhabi, like some I don't know some location.
yeah, sound like restaurants or something.
Yeah, but Siri is it's so useless. Apple really has
Yeah,
to do something tomorrow, man. I heard some people have second phones because of how bad Siri is. That's kind of it for iOS, honestly, for WWDC.
I mean, did you hear about how like AI will take the center stage?
Oh yeah, man.
The theme of the conference is like basically I heard like the theme of the conference is Apple Intelligence. Like it was before Siri, but now they're focusing on privacy first AI, which is like a on-device processing and possibility. Like
They did actually introduce it last year, Apple AI. Completely failure, useless. The only thing they added was like the you can make stickers from your photos. So now I just make stickers of cats. That's literally the only good thing that came
yeah,
out of it.
yeah,
That's literally the only reason you could use it.
yeah.
Alright, that's kind of it for WWDC, honestly. Not much to expect. If something good comes out, we'll definitely cover it.
Did you hear about Kim Jong Un's boat sinking?
I think I've heard about it. What happened exactly? I'm not sure.
Basically, North Korea attempted like a big sideways launch of a 5,000-ton destroyer. It was at the Chongqing shipyard in the launch operation. Basically, it's basically like the cradle that was supporting the ship slid out, and then it like the hull tipped, and then it punctured the water, causing the vessels to capsize and take on water. And 5,000 tons is just gone.
That's a big ship, honestly.
Imagine how much copper wire they had, how much steel they used, titanium, tungsten, and it's all just gone. Just because
Wow.
one singular tiny cradle slipped.
Honestly, I'm not even worried about the materials. I'm worried about the guy that's responsible for it. What's gonna happen to that guy?
Yeah. Even his King Jong Un's reaction basically came sharply, like criticized the military leaders and shipyard personnel, calling the incident a serious accident and criminal acts caused by the absolute carelessness. So now, like this often, like the rebuke is basically like unusual, and it highlights basically how North Korea typically like suppresses such military embarrassments because they don't wanna have a bad profile.
So let's talk about the Trump and Elon situation. Been very heavy on the news last few days. I think it's quite interesting, really. Have you seen it? But
Yeah, I've heard of it. Like basically about the bill and Trump leaked secrets with Elon's basically. So they were talking about like governmental stuff before like Elon got into some like problem with Trump. They argued. He left the presidency, but he still has his presidential powers. That's the thing.
well, from what I understand, is that Elon was an advisor or something. Because after you become president, you can have an advisor for a certain amount of time, and Elon
Yeah.
Musk was the advisor, and now he lost like his advisor session expired, from what I understood. But they have unresolved disputes.
Yeah. And then later, isn't like, didn't he say like something about like one big beautiful bill? It's like a tax spending package.
Oh yeah, that one was massive. I forgot to mention that. Basically, what
Yeah,
Trump did, he didn't introduce it yet, but he's teasing the introduction of a bill that could basically increase taxes on Tesla massively. As you know, Tesla, one of the big electric car companies. If this bill gets
yeah,
put into place, Elon is gonna face a lot of taxes. It's gonna be a mess for
yeah,
him. What I did hear Elon mention as well is that Donald Trump is passing bills behind the table. He's passing bills
yeah.
without showing them to the advisor and all.
And he like said that because he was responding to Trump's claim. Because basically Trump claimed he had reviewed the bill. Musk tweeted, "False." This is what he said: "False. This bill was never shown to me. Passed in the dead of the night, so fast that no one could in Congress could even read it." So basically, he won. He also won like claimed. He also claimed basically like Trump wouldn't have won Pennsylvania or the 2024 election without his support, calling out ingratitude, basically. Yeah, I mean, and it's like kind of a sensitive topic since it's kind of political when you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those sensitive topics, and it's everywhere on the news. I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure everyone has
Yeah.
heard about it, but
Then Elon Musk polled the community on like starting like a centrist party, like a third party. It's like what do you call it?
oh,
Like a third party
yeah,
center?
is it like part of the Republican, Democrat, and then another one? Is that
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Yeah, that one. And then like 80% of Elon's fans like said yes to it. Like there should be one. So then he resurfaced Trump's old ex, I mean Twitter's post, basically like condemning like debt increases, like wise words, deficits not allowed, and mockingly asked. Uh, so basically, he mocked them, saying something like, "Where is the man who wrote these words, replaced by a body double?" Basically, like mocking him.
I mean, politicians do that. Sometimes they say something and they do the complete opposite. It's no secret. They say some things and they don't keep their words. Everyone knows that.
Because then
Yeah.
Elon Musk deeply alleged Trump in the Epstein files, basically. So like he's suggesting like hidden connections, which he had later deleted. He also supported the idea of impeaching Trump openly, like endorsing for like calling people to try and get him removed. Then Trump responded to tweets and statements. Trump called Elon Musk a man who lost his mind in early June. In the phone interview, you watched it, right?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of interviews, and Trump got questioned in the middle of some interviews he had as well. But I don't think I've seen the phone interview yet, but I've seen a few others.
Like on Truth Social, basically, like Trump claimed Elon went crazy when the EV mandate was removed and threatened to cut Musk's federal contacts. He also warned Musk he would face serious consequences if he began like supporting the Democrat like financially with money. And then like so after Musk's flurry of posts, Trump reportedly paused tweeting following a back channel outreach between the aides basically.
But yeah, that's kind of it for this episode. First one, nothing much really. First one, of course, is going to be a bit rusty, but at least we're starting somewhere.
Thanks, Alessio and Adam, for the amazing first half. Hey everyone, I'm Wafa and I'm picking things up for part 2 of this episode. Today we're shifting the spotlight to something that always had special place in Arab culture, which is jewelry. This isn't something about beauty. In Arab communities, jewelry means wealth, tradition, family, protection, and even sometimes resistance. It's gold you can wear, history you can feel, identity passed down from one generation to the next. So let's get into how jewelry in Arab culture is more than just a decoration. It's a culture you carry with you. In Arab culture, jewelry isn't something you wear, it's something you carry, like history wrapped around your wrist. Whether it's gold passed down from a grandmother or silver gifted at birth, every piece has a memory, a story, and that story often says, "This is where I come from." It could be a bracelet from Iraq, an earring from Yemen, or silver from Tunis. It's a signature. Even the smallest design choice can hint at tribal origins. In many Arab cultures, jewelry isn't just for fashion, it's functional wealth. A woman's jewelry can be her savings account, her dowry, or even safety net. Gold is often gifted during weddings, but not just to show love, but to secure a woman's financial independence. It's like wearable security for them. And the designs? Every region from Morocco to Oman has its own style and its own meaning. Gold is often seen as pure, safe, and everlasting. But in many places, especially in the mountains of North Africa, parts of Arabian Peninsula, silver is king. Silver was believed to have spiritual qualities like protection and healing. And the design work? It speaks for local identity and deep roots. It's less about shine and more about soul. In Gulf countries, brides wear massive gold sets like necklaces, bangles, earrings, even belts and crowns. Some pieces are family heirloom, while others are custom made. In North Africa, like Algeria and Morocco, brides wear layers upon layers of silver jewelry, often mixed with amber and coral. It can take hours to put it all on, and it's absolutely stunning. And every piece is meaningful. Even the jingling bells have a purpose. A bride isn't just dressing up, she's stepping into her history. From Morocco to Iraq, Yemen to Lebanon, Arab jewelry styles can look very different. In the Gulf, gold is bold, 24 carats, shiny, thick, heavy. You'll see full sets like necklaces, earrings, bangles, rings, all worn at once. In Palestine, silver dominates. They use it for coins, they engrave symbols. Whereas in North Africa, you'll see coral and amber. Despite these differences in material and style, the heart behind it is still the same. Jewelry as identity, as beauty passes down. It connects generation no matter the region. The styles may shift, but the soul, it's always about honoring where you came from. The tradition starts young. In many Arab families, babies get their first gold gift within days of being born. Tiny bangles, earrings, maybe necklace with their name, or a Quranic verse. It's about protection, yes, but also about blessing. starting a child's life with a beauty and a value. It's a gentle, quiet way that culture lives on without even needing words. If you ever bought a jewelry in Arab souk, you know it's not that quick in and out thing. It's a whole process. You walk in these gold shops and it's like stepping into a treasure chest. Glass displays full of shining bangles, necklaces hanging like garlands, the jeweler behind the counter, weighing everything in front of you. Sometimes you even leave and come back just to make sure. Buying jewelry isn't just about gold, it's about moment, the memory, the feeling of being part of something much bigger. Whether it's a wedding, a party, or even first real piece of grown-up gold, it's just never about the jewelry. It's about the story you will remember every time you wear it. One of the most iconic design elements in Arabic jewelry is the Arabic calligraphy. It's elegant, fluid, and easily recognizable. You will see names written in gold, hanging around someone's neck, verses from Quran, or even words like Rahma, Sabr, Barakah. These pieces are deeply personal. They are like wearable prayers, pieces that protect, uplift, and remind. Sometimes they're a gift with a hidden message. In Arab culture, the Arabic language is very meaningful, and when it's combined with gold, it becomes even more powerful. So we have tasbih too. It isn't actually a jewelry, but people use it and wear it as one. They wrap it out they wrap it around their wrist like a bracelet or hang it from their car mirror. The beads are often made of sandalwoods, glass, or even precious stones, and just touching them brings a sense of calm. Here, carrying a tasbih can be both spiritual and stylish. It's a quiet practice of dhikr, which is remembrance of God, but also a reminder to slow down, breathe, and reflect. Jewelry sometimes can be more than a gift. It's like a statement. It can be used as an apology, as a peace offering, or even celebration. Sometimes it's even used to patch up old or broken ties between families. It has this unspoken emotional weight because sometimes words can fail us, but jewelry lasts. It says things we cannot say sometimes. I think we have seen jewelries in cinemas and TVs, and you probably noticed it's almost everywhere. It it does not just act as a costume, but as a character. For example, the villain can wear it as cold, sharp pieces, while the mother can wear the traditional gold with pride. The younger bride has it with the new shining ones. So the directors actually use it to signal status, the mood, the background. Even the close-up bangle clinking as someone walks on the room, you already know it's attention. So even in screens, it isn't just a decoration, it communicates. Bedouin jewelry has a world of its own. Heavy silver pieces, ball shape, chains, bells, coins, it all crafted with a purpose. Unlike urban golden jewelry, women there wore it on their bodies as a wealth because they moved often and banks weren't part of their lifestyle. Their jewelry was portable security, but also power, identity, and art. Different pieces has different stories of their desert life, tribal. Even today, these styles influence fashion all over the region, from runaways to modern fashion, modern generations. Not only women wears it, but men also wear jewelry. In many Arab traditions, men wear silver rings, sometimes engraved with Quranic verses or meaningful words. You'll also see beads, small pendants. You'll also see beads, bracelet made of leather, silver beads. Jewelry for men is usually more symbolic, connected to faith, strength, and sometimes tribal identity. So far, we talked a lot about people who wears the jewelry. What about the makers? Here in Arab cities, especially the older ones, the people who crafts it has been working for decades, often in the same little workshop their grandfather worked in. These arts, these artists, they don't just make jewelry, they craft history. Even tiny loop, every engraved verse, it's done by hand, sometimes over hours or days, even weeks. Many of them don't even sign their work, but their style is recognizable. Their quality speaks for itself. Before I wrap it up, I want to give a special shout out to the listener who inspired this episode. This deep dive into jewelry in Arab culture was actually a fan request by Tiba. And honestly, thank you for the idea. Thank you for reminding us how meaningful our traditionals really are. Now, we have come a long way in this journey. From Asian roots to modern rituals, we have seen that jewelry isn't just a decoration in our world. It's a memory, it's a history, it's an identity. We talked about how jewelry is presented at every life stage, given at birth, passed down at weddings, kept close during times of grief, and celebrated in moments of pride. We saw how it carries regional styles like Yemeni silver, Gulf gold, Bedouin coins, and how these designs aren't just beautiful, they tell us where they came from. And beyond looks, we saw how jewelry feels, the emotion it holds, the story in each piece. How something so small can hold so much love, loss, laughter, and legacy. It's in the quiet moments too. We talked about the gold markets, the family rituals, the way jewelry speaks without saying a single word. And maybe most importantly, we realized for so many Arab families, jewelry isn't just something you wear, it's something you carry. You carry your mom's strength in that ring, you carry your history, you carry your future in that gold you save, a gift and pass on. And even if style changes and trend shifts, that meaning never goes away. So, whether you're someone who wears jewelry every day, or you keep it stored away in a box for special moments, remember that's part of your story. And maybe tonight, after listening this, you would open that old jewelry box, hold something in your hand, and remember. Thank you for being in this episode, and have a good day.